Okay, here we go again. Probably sick of seeing these videos, but a couple people asked me what is in this thing and what I got done to it. So, quick rundown. From the bottom, very bottom up, there's a Jim Wolf spacer, oil pan spacer, where my turbo lines feed goes in and grabs from for the turbos. Just a stock crank, Eagle rods, JE pistons, the small skirt ones. I forget the name of them. 8.5 to 1 compression, being on 91 octane. That's pistons, crank, ARP, L19 head, ARP main studs, and ARP L19 head studs. For the rest of that, Cometic head gaskets. No valve train done yet, which I'm waiting for. I'm gonna be doing those two heads right there. I already poured and polished, and gonna be SuperTech springs and retainers and some Jim Wolf C8 cams, 272 duration. Anyway, back to the block. This head was poured and polished. I got 20 hours into these heads, sorry. One step colder spark plugs. I'm just going from the bottom up, so bear with me here. One step colder spark plugs for the turbo. As you can see, the motor was all sandblasted, painted, done by me, of course. Z1 Motorsports, I'm not giving out any names or anything like that, or dropping names, but Z1 Motorsports, blue silicone hose kit. I'm just going on the stuff that I'm looking at right now, and it gets deeper. So, yeah, silicone hose kit, catch can made dual catch can or dual, so it comes in off both. A lot of people just go off one valve cover because they do go over here, but me being symmetric, came across this one too. Wired it into there, in, out, back in, custom made over there on the ground, custom made. And fitting, 8AN going in as for the return back into the plenum. Vibrant Performance, again not dropping names, Vibrant Performance vacuum block that feeds the anyway, I'll get back to that. Blow off valve. That one feeds the blow off valve, comes right here. This one here comes from the main source. Everything's push lock fittings, by the way, so same as on the plenum. That goes to the source, to the ECU. Okay, what else? Oh, a pulley kit. Can't see it right there. Maybe I could turn the light on. Oh, yeah. AMS pulley kit all the way around. I didn't go small or anything like that, all OEM size. All the brand new alternator with the pulley on it. Again, I'm just running down some stuff right here. Okay, as far as that, wire tuck, all the wires have been tucked. Made a new harness for myself. Right there. That harness goes into ID 1300 X2s. They're the newest ones. Made that harness. Radium fuel rails. 10AN into the back of them. 1, 2, that go around to the back over there to a Y. You can't really see it, it's hiding out. And a lot of that stuff gets put back on the plenum. It looks kind of rat's nest over there. But yeah, radium fuel rails with I forget the name of that sensor, but they're not very cheap. I have poured and polished, and gasket matched. It looks pretty sick. Gasket matched the as you can see, gasket match straight down. Same thing with on the heads. Lower plenum goes, or the lower intake goes into the heads, all gasket matched. Everything is all flowing, no ridges, no nothing. Again, like 27 hours on them. So the fuel system goes from there, from where you see right there. Let me just see if I got everything right here. ID 1300 injectors, fuel rails. Okay. Okay, then the fuel system goes to the back. Brand new rubbers. Fucking meaty. 12 inches across each side. They don't really look like it on camera, but 12 inches, so 2 feet of rubber. Okay, oh, I got everything all in here. I'm just going to the tuners here, so I'm trying to bring some stuff with me. Anyway, the fuel system's under there. Fuck. I'll make another fucking video. Excuse my language. Timing gun. Vacuum gun. Oh, another wastegate. Got one on there right now. It's a 38. Right there. It goes into a rear mount turbo. It's a 3584 RS. The wastegate's a 38. People are going to say it's going to be too small, and I already agree, and that's why I have a 60 mil in my hand. It comes back, and this pipe right here, that stainless steel pipe, radium, I'm going to polish it, and it's going to come off the turbo, and then the dump pipe from the wastegate is going to come out and flow into that pipe, into the exhaust pipe. So they're all going to come out the same hole. That is a catch can pretty much for the oil when you turn the car off. The oil just needs somewhere to go instead of pooling up inside the turbo and then you started to smoke, so you need one of those. And then the line coming out of it there's a line in the front. That's where it feeds the turbo. Or it goes back, back to the motor. This one here comes up and it's air, just so it doesn't cavitate into that for now. It's a box that I made in there. Little filter on it. Right now that's just for air, just so it doesn't cavitate inside that turbo box. And then eventually I already have it plumbed. Right here, these two right here. One's gonna come out, feed the turbo, cool down through this. I got a oil cooler in behind this. I built this oil cooler behind it, so the oil comes up through here. I got it all unhooked right now. Now it's just coming straight here, right into the turbo from the front, which is all good. But eventually it's going to be all on its own fuels or oil system. So it'll come in here, come back out right there, and then back into this right there where it feeds the turbo. And then that's all going to be its own cooling system or oiling system, which is going to be cooled. And then where was I? Oh yeah, and then there's a 60 mil gate, huge hole in it. So depends. It's all V-band too. So when I go to the tuners, if we're running out of gate, I'll put that one on it. And then a couple filters when we go down there. There's the IDs. So the fuel system from the front. Fuck, people are probably sick of seeing this. I'm getting sick of showing it. Anyway, fuel system comes from the front. Sorry about the mess. And then into there. So it comes up through the floor, fills the box. Actually, it comes out of the tank, fills the box, pre-filter into 2 pumps when they're necessary. One for now, like one until it hits boost. Goes back around, post-filter, regulated, monitored, through the floor, back to the front. Whatever's not being used after regulated, those 2 lines on the left and the right on the bottom. So I'm trying to do this with one hand. Go up into the side of the tank, and then either goes back into an overflow into the tank in the car or gets used up. And that is not emergency, but it's just a quick release. And then that there is all the electronic or the electrical part of it. So that's all and they're all used. That's all fused relays and a hob switch back in there, right there. Sorry, it's pretty dusty, probably hard to see. And then there's that tank I was talking about. So, yep, that's that. And yeah, there you go, rundown of it. Everything else, just sorry about all the rags in here, but everything else is all my stuff. I'm sorry. everything else is stock, except for I built that little piece right here, a little bit dusty, but built that. Used the wife's leather jacket for leather. My AFR is gonna be a couple more there beside it, and then tuning cable right here. It's gonna come back. It comes up through that thing right there, and then gets wrapped up in behind it, so you don't even see it. And then yeah, it took me about a half a day just to put everything back together now. And oh yeah, I got the fuel tank, well, the seat's right there. Because I thought I had a leak, but it wasn't. I friggin' filled the gas up with premium right to the top, and it pooled up right there and made that little stain down right there. And I was like, what the fuck is that? But it's all dirt and gas, so yeah, had me tripping. And then yeah, that's a rundown of the car. Boom. Again, dyno, it was supposed to be the 21st and 22nd of this month, but stuff come up. I'm waiting for parts. I'm waiting for sub harness that goes from right here and then hooks into your 2 coils. I don't know why they did that. They put 1, 2, 3, 4 coils on the harness, and then made a sub harness that comes off for these 2 coils and your VVT, variable valve timing, your solenoid there. Yeah. Oh, another little thing I made. That's a NOS bottle. Kind of dusty right now. That's a NOS bottle. I turned it into an overflow for the radiator. And then everything else today, I was just putting some lines down through the grommets right there, which is my sensor line. This is the fuel temp and pressure temp sensor. I've already mentioned that. Underneath here, I made my own harness with some twisting, and yeah, put a grounding kit on it because these things have a little shit grounding. So you got ground here, and I got 2 more of these flying around in here somewhere. One's behind the car, and then oh, one's behind this thing, this loom right here. You just can't see it. Anyway, that's about. Oh, there's another one right here. So one goes here and one goes down to the block. Yeah. Anyway, the woman's home. Just put some BC racing coilovers on her car last night on the front. Squat it down about 1 inch, and then tomorrow we'll do the backs. Boom. Back sits up like a fucking granny car. 750 Li. Hey babe.
Hi babe. She doesn't want to get out.
She doesn't have to. I'm gonna ouch, watch my nugget. Oh, that's the rears. 30-way adjustable. Cha-ching.
Tomorrow's job.
Yep. How'd you like that? Did you feel a difference in
Oh yeah,
driving?
definitely. Even going through I purposely hit the potholes in the driveway this time before I avoided them. Now I'm like, oh, feels a lot better.
Oh yeah?
Heck yeah.
Yep. And then tomorrow that'll be squatted down. Right now that's like 3 fingers. 3 fingers. And it has that, what do they call that thing again? Oh, sport mode. So you get in it and you actually feel the car going up or down, but now she's squatted. Perfect fitment. That looks pretty sick, babe.
It does.
Yeah. And then AJ's a little beast.
Little beast.
Yeah. Love that truck. Meadow. Hey, what are you doing back there? Just chilling. Okay, well, that's the video. Sorry it took so long, but for those that actually watched it. Anyway, update coming up. That part will be here Monday for the sub harness, and then it's just pretty much turning on. I already checked went into the ECU, checked the injectors, they're firing. All the coil packs are firing. They were firing before, but there was one there, the clips come off. I brought the clips, and then, sorry about the mess, man. Got a nice Deutsch connector, plier kit, and then 2 boxes of Deutsch connectors. So, Plan it. Oh, and a bunch of wire, like lots of wires everywhere. Plan is to make my own harness, and yeah, boom. Okay, man. I'm gonna call this video Back at Her.